And we're gonna start off with Chip.
Hey guys, I survived.
So, Chip, where we last left you, you were at another bar in the underworld. And the king had just tapped you on the shoulder, so to speak.
Well, I thought we were already past that and going into the cave, but go ahead.
No, he gives you a smile and he goes, "So what brings you back so soon? I see that you're minus the two others that were with you, and you were supposed to be coming back with a third. So this seems like a step backwards."
Well, yeah. Basically, to kind of explain, we found a friend, we saved them, and they're now adventuring. They went one way, our other friends went another, but we're all kind of like not in danger now. So the status quo is sort of maintained, and I just figured since, I didn't have to go back up and get stuff, and I wasn't really part of the person's adventure per se, and I sort of figured, they'll be fine. So figured I'd come up here and start working on this.
Excellent. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so very glad to hear that. Well, shall we?
Yeah. Well, I look over. Is Arwen drunk yet?
Arwen's not drunk. However,
He might need a couple more. But
roll me wits plus empathy here. Because this isn't like an outward type expression.
wits. Oh dear.
You can burn willpower for 3 extra dice.
Is by it.
I think I shall. I need to start recovering. Yeah, my empathy is 0 for the record.
Which would be
That's
negative
-1.
1. Yep.
One shoot. Well, I guess you could take away 1 success, and I'd still at least succeed once.
Yeah, you still succeed twice.
Yeah.
Now, you weren't really... As the first time you met the king, you were very enwrapped by his charm and demeanor. The Geist arrived a little late to that conversation. The look on Arwen's face is suspicion.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna. I think we'll just say that at least Arwen knows what's going on. We'll skip the preamble. Explained it on the way, kind of thing. And okay, I'm gonna look at Arwen, and I'm going to use essentially trucker talk, which is not thieves' cant. Before anyone gets too worked up, but it is kind of the same idea of. I look at him and I go, and I say, "Oh, come on! This is no different than dealing with a lumber shop." Reason being, a lot of lumber companies really they love to lie about how heavy their load is, and they hope that you'll just take off and not scale and realize you're illegally loaded. So, yeah, this is one of those. Oh, yeah. By the way, I don't know if you've. I'm telling him. Oh, yeah, I know this guy's not all there.
Well, come along, you two. Come along. Let's get you to the mines.
Yep. And so I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep an eye on Arwen. We're just gonna kind of keep that mental link of, cover my 6. Let's see where this goes.
And
Still got to keep a promise. Still got to try to follow through with a promise. You know, you got to be honest.
and he leads you through the city. All these buildings look familiar. You can tell that he's taking you exactly where you would expect to be. Same kind of dilapidated building, same curtain. He, throws it back. Gestures to usher you in.
All right, we're gonna go in, and can I do, I guess, perception to look for anything weird going on?
Yeah, of course. That's wits plus composure.
Now, composure, I've got. Come on. Do the thing, mouse.
Take an exceptional success there.
Nice.
So you'll get the inspired condition perception, which you can burn and gain an exceptional success on a perception skill with 3 rather than 5 next time.
Nice.
You have to declare it before you roll.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So you can use it when you so choose.
So,
Oh, I just realized something. Hold on. Sorry to disrupt things. Does the exceptional success carry on through sessions?
yes.
I already have one.
You already have perception.
Yeah, I already have an exceptional success perception. Oh well.
All right. Well,
I'll move it to the first page so that I know that I have it.
yeah. Just find a place.
I got you. No worries.
So, with that, you see it looks like all the same ghosts as from before, mining. However, there is something that didn't catch your eye before.
Mm-hmm.
The manacles on the walls and the manacles on their feet.
Yep.
Also, with that perception, you would be keenly aware of the curtain closing behind you and what it sounds like is chains being pulled off the wall.
So as we're walking up to the cave, I just put one arm around the king, just like very nonchalant. Do I have to do anything like Danny Phantom style to tangibly interact with the king, or do I just do it?
Not you. As was mentioned before, your Geist would have to unleash itself to be able to interact. So Arwen can't do anything, but you can tangibly touch the king, yeah. In the underworld.
Oh yeah, like straight up, arm over shoulder, be like, well, let's go see what all needs to be done. It's like, yeah, someone wants to get within one step of me, guess what? You're in trouble too.
Speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and make me... Ooh, this is going to be dexterity plus athletics.
Guys, I might have stepped on it. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. I'm trying to clear my page. This is hard to do on a trackpad, by the way.
Yeah.
Dexterity plus athletics.
Ghost having simplified stats. Success or ties go to the defender. You would be the defender in this case. As you kind of grab the king, you become very keenly aware that he is the one that actually grabbed something from off the wall, and as he attempts to wrap it around your arm, you're able to kind of snake your arm away. And you hear kind of a click of the king's tongue. Now, come on now. Don't make this more difficult than it has to be. 2 workers for the price of 1.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna lean in and go, now, boss, you're gonna have to pay a lot more than that if you want to get kinky.
I'm sorry. I have a deadline to make. I need more workers. I feel like...
Oh, well, I was gonna help. And my promise was to help everyone in the cave.
Oh, so you'll just... And he flips open a manacle and goes, all right then just put your arm right in this.
You're not in the cave.
Looks around. It appears I am.
Not by the time Arwen's done with you. That's his cue to do something. What ghosts do. But
Well, Arwen has to unleash. Is there... I'm going to ask our resident Geist expert here.
Sir, you're running the game. You should know this.
hey, every GM needs a rules expert. At
Yes,
the table.
you can unleash your Geist as an instant action once per chapter. You can just do it.
Okay. Because he's had a couple of drinks. He's ready for a bar fight. This is straight. This is so in character. It's hilarious.
All right, so Arwen, I'm gonna say with you saying that will be enough to do it. Power plus finesse incoming.
Okay, so he rolls.
Yes, I'm rolling for Arwen here.
Okay, thank you. Because regular combat in this system confuses me. When it comes to like Geist combat, I don't think I stand a ghost of a chance.
Okay.
And I didn't say I wasn't going to help.
Now, actually, let me go ahead and minus the king's defense here, because the king is expecting this. So let's actually roll this properly.
Well, I mean, catching him by surprise isn't gonna.
It worked out a lot better that I had to re-add in his defense there.
That's hilarious.
Just take it. Don't argue, just take it.
Resistance only makes my successes harder.
Arwen hauls off and decks this dude. In the next moment, I'm gonna let you go, actually. I'm gonna have you and Arwen essentially share the same turn.
Oh, well, I mean, I literally just had a JoJo moment, so I mean, how am I not going to follow up with my own? Like, Arwen does the right hook, I do the left hook. It's
the same time.
Yeah, like epic background music plays. What do I roll to?
This is. What exactly are you doing? Are you swinging a punch?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm thinking it's brawl, but I don't know what else to add to that.
Strength. Yep.
Strength.
And then minus defense, -1 because he's already been attacked.
Yep. So and
Minus defense -1, so -3.
And his defense is 3.
But it's
So,
-1. 3 -1
No,
because he's already been attacked.
His defense was
Oh, it's
4.
4. Cool. So yeah. Oh right. Yeah. Sorry. I'll go back in the corner and be quiet.
No, you're okay. I totally whiffed.
The king seems a little bit quicker and just ducks underneath. And this is when we get to spend a point of essence.
Oh.
Oh, how about that? He expected me, not you. No one expects my stand.
Oh, you're approaching me.
Actually, I'm gonna have him spend 3.
Ooh.
3 essence.
Do I get a dodge?
No, you already took your turn. Dodge takes up an actual turn.
Yeah.
That blast.
That's blast.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, I'm bulky, so
blast is that's an area of effect, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so that's 7 lethal points of damage. As you
Okay, I have not used literally any plasm this entire game. So.
It's time to
You
use
might want to use
Break up
some
the plasm.
at strength.
Okay,
What?
people are cutting out, so I'm losing connection or something.
No, we
One
just
at a-
stopped talking because me and Pooter started talking at the same time, probably gonna say the same thing.
Probably.
What we were gonna say is you are synergy 3, so you can spend 3 plasm a turn, so you can downgrade 3 of those points of damage into bashing.
Okay. Don't know.
Bashing
Where
is
are my
just
hit
bashing is just 1 slash. Lethal is an X in the box, so you click the box twice to get an X. And it would be
Alright, so
it would be the
1.
lethal first, and then the bashing at the end. As the king literally creates a small explosion in the room.
Okay. So I have to unfortunately look this ability up. Vent the Rage.
Ooh, yes, rage.
But I'm trying to find where it is. I'm trying to find what page 116 it is.
It's right.
Wait,
Page bottom.
hold up.
It's a Geist ability.
Hold up. Actually, no. It's gonna be 7 lethal no matter what. Arwen's
Oh.
Unleashed.
I didn't
Oh,
want
so
to
I can't.
mention that.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't spend his plasm.
You can't spend plasm when your Geist's unleashed.
That means you won't be able to activate the vent the rage either.
Ah.
But I think, if I'm remembering correctly, your Geist can use any haunts that the bound knows, as well as it treats its key as an influence equal to its rank.
So
So
Your
I wouldn't
guy-
think he's
definitely
rage.
point.
Other question: does this go through defense?
it's considered a range thing. Yes. It
So
doesn't.
no, my defense doesn't count.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. It's just an explosion essentially.
Okay.
Which
No,
also-
I'm just checking. I just want to make sure.
And as soon as your vision clears, you see that not only did this hit your guys, hit you, it hit everybody but the king essentially in this building.
Yeah.
So he laid out several other of the ghosts.
Revolution!
I can't remember what these abilities do, and I feel bad for that. Bring the Pain and Hardy. I think Hardy just gave me more hit points.
So vent the rage.
Yeah. Also, I apologize to potential viewers. I know very little about this system. Yeah, I took Bring the Pain, which I think is supposed to help with lethal damage, but I can't remember what it does.
That sounds like a merit, yes?
It's
They're both
merit.
merits, yeah. Just looking them up.
Yeah, anybody with the book open, start looking it up real quick. I'm sorry, when you run the systems, as many systems as me, you can't keep everything in your head anymore.
No one can keep all the merits in anyway.
Yeah, that's part of my problem is I'm having to like zip through here.
Bring the Pain is a 3-dot merit for heavy weapons.
Okay, so that's aggressive work, which yeah, we'll be switching to weapons now.
So the merit itself is heavy weapons.
How many dots and rage do you have?
Just one.
Alright, so gains the rage condition. What is the rage condition? See if that's something your Geist wants to do.
I have it open.
I mean, Your unarmed attacks gain a weapon damage rating equal to plasm spent on Vent the Rage. Ghosts suffer lethal damage from the attacks.
Yep,
Or you can
he's gonna immediately use Vent the Rage. What does he roll?
to use it, it's
Synergy and Rage.
Synergy Rage plus something because he's the Geist. I think it's rank.
So what's your synergy?
Oh, power rank haunt. So
Synergy
power
is-
plus rank plus how much?
And
what he has
Arwen
rank.
is rank 1.
Rank
One.
Yeah.
I thought it was rank 3.
Yeah,
How does
he's
that-
rank 3
My
minimum.
synergy is 3.
Guys to rank
I
3.
might not have been updating Arwen correctly.
Okay.
That might be part of the problem.
So he's rank 3. Okay.
That's default is rank 3.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. 4 successes.
Almost exceptional.
So he gets the rage condition. That's his turn.
Yep.
Your go.
So I can't spend plasma, but I'm gonna grab that heavy weapon that Chip carries this whole time. The bar that's been kind of a running joke, and it's literally clobbering time.
So he gets his full defense against you so it's going to be -4, but you get your strength plus weaponry plus any specialties you have.
Plus weaponry.
So bring
Yeah.
the pain. Sacrifice your own defense to make an attack that also inflicts a temporary dice penalty equal to its damage.
Temporary dice penalty equal to damage. What?
So on the next attack, whoever you attack, whatever their attack is, it's penalized by your damage modifier, I think.
Okay. What's the damage modifier of a sledgehammer?
No, it's any damage, not modifier.
Oh, so it's any damage. Okay.
And your
So-
Okay, so I guess
your damage modifier
So
for a
first-
sledgehammer is going to be where is it?
strength, weaponry.
3 bashing, maybe.
and-
I think it's
Lethal. It's a weapon.
Sorry?
It'd be lethal, but I don't know how that works against a ghost, so it could be bashing.
I assume it would be high bashing. Or low lethal, maybe.
yep, and
well,
it
I'm
is basically any successes are automatically get 3 added onto it.
Most,
Right.
most
Basically,
weapons
this is
are
going to be
lethal.
strength,
I don't think there are any
strength
bashing
weaponry
weapons.
plus
Right.
1 willpower.
That's 3
I
extra
don't
dice.
think any
And then
Yep.
-4.
-4. If I were using this as part of my professional training might apply, but sadly, this is not a traditional use of this tool. So, well, it's not a professional traditional use of this tool.
Yes.
Of
Yes.
course, only -1.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
I rolled
That-
terribly.
Still 4, though.
Yep, that is 4 lethal damage.
So he still takes -4 in his next attack. The
Yep.
enemy.
Okay.
Yes.
And then I'm going to can I hand the bar over to Arwen to use now?
He doesn't need
We're
it.
just gonna-
He
we're
doesn't
just gonna
need
take
it.
turns. Oh, he doesn't need it? Okay,
If he's using rage, he doesn't need it.
good.
And it's blast time, people. And,
Another one.
Yep. However, he's not
Ghosts are
interrupt-
nasty.
he's not spending essence on this one because 3 essence is pretty chunky.
Yeah, remind me to find a way to interrupt mages.
It's called hitting him with a
punch him.
hammer. Very
Catch him
hard.
by surprise.
Did. Yeah,
Wow. Come
I
on.
ceased existing.
No, because you're not full aggravated, you're not dead yet. There's a third damage type. It's the star. If you wrap over, it becomes aggravated damage. However,
so It didn't
do
spend
aggravated.
essence. That's just a straight 4, right?
yeah, that's a straight 4. Just straight 4 damage.
Yeah.
However, what?
So I'm now at 2 aggravated. I'm at 0 plus 2. I'm at -2.
You take experience for taking damage, then your health box, though.
Yep, you get an experience point.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I immediately use that.
And you roll that.
I feel like, isn't there something about taking this much damage in a crisis point?
Oh yeah, taking damage in your right 3 most hitboxes can cause a crisis point, but he's already unleashed, so
double unleashed.
What's gonna change?
Ultra Instinct Unleashed? Like Super Unleashed 2? Are we getting Unleashed that is ascended past the Unleashed?
It's gonna evolve like a Pokemon.
Get out of this. I was going Dragon Ball Z, but barely.
Arwen's also not
evolving.
Also, Arwen's not looking very good.
Oh yeah, he took 2 hits.
I figured.
Power.
Just remember.
Say what?
Oh, nothing. I'm just maybe I will remind.
Remind what?
Is this a positive or a negative reminder?
Well, I'm just saying that, if the Geist dies here now, he don't come back if the Geist is destroyed.
Yeah, but Chip literally doesn't know that. Like he has.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't know a lick of this.
So,
But then again, it's hard to destroy a Geist. Destroy a ghost, so...
To be fair, also, they still have to take aggravated, right? It's the same rule, right?
Yes.
Ghosts? I don't think so.
Wait, is it just full lethal?
I think they discorporate on lethal or ag. But hold on, let me...
Oh no.
You'd think after running a werewolf game for this long, I'd know how Imperial entities worked.
So, in the meantime, we're going to actually switch back to Malcolm and Tiago because this is a very important question right now. And I
need time to process.
So, Malcolm and Tiago.
We're showing nothing too exciting going on over here. Got our drugs, do some research.
Go ahead.
Oh wait, we were talking to Faye, weren't we? Or did we?
You were. She was about to fill you in on something possibly pertinent.
Yes, you had asked her a specific question.
It was, is there a way to turn physical things into ephemeral or something along those lines?
That was it.
Yes. You can wait till the object dies. I know that's such a abstract term in this particular scenario, and probably not something that you want to do. You could try coating it in ectoplasm.
Putting it in ectoplasm.
Yeah, I think you guys use the term plasm.
Sure.
Basically, it's the gooey stuff that ghosts run off of. You might be able to coat it in the plasm that you guys naturally generate.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay. We'll mark that down as a possibility.
And no, you don't secrete it through your body orifices. That's not how it works. Don't get gross with it.
Tiago's hand goes down.
It's good to know. That's terribly unsanitary.
So those are your two options.
All right. Plasm. I feel like plasm might be the way to go this time. All right. Was there anything else I wanted to ask? Research. Any place I could perhaps do some research on my own?
I mean, I have some books here.
I would very much appreciate borrowing or at least reading through said books.
You can come over anytime.
All right.
So with that, where are you headed? Are you heading straight over to FaZe?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Tiago, what was talked about, and plan. Yeah, I'm gonna head over. She might have some books I could use, so I can get some more real information. That just sounds weird talking about that for ghosts. But at least I have a starting point. There is possibly a way, maybe, for this to work.
It can't hurt to look, right? You never know. Some back page. Maybe it's right there.
Some
Been away
footnote.
for so long.
Yeah. Did you want to come? Did you have plans? Did you have another avenue you wanted to try out?
I check my phone, see if anyone's got back to me, but otherwise, just shake my head. Shrug.
Nobody's gotten back yet. Hasn't been all that long either.
Gonna do some reading in what's apparently possibly nonfiction. Though that's hard to believe. Can't believe I'm gonna be reading this kind of stuff. Yeah, so that's Malcolm's gonna head over and do some research at FaZe Place.
Okay. And Tiago, just to confirm, you are going with him?
Yeah, I'll go along, yeah.
All right. Well, this is not going to be a time crunch scenario, so I'm not going to require a roll here.
All right. Not all that exciting, as I said.
Yeah. What exactly are you looking for?
The different ways that ghosts interact with the physical and vice versa?
Oof. That's a
Or is that...
very complicated that is a very complicated subject, and I do not want to sound
Indeed.
like a textbook right now.
Well, I mean, you don't have to narrate it for the stream. That's fine with me. Maybe like a Cliff Note version.
You understand that they are able to interact with the physical world in certain spheres of influences that they have. They can also manifest themselves to physically interact with things, but that requires a bit more. The area has to be almost somewhat attuned to them, or them being attuned with the area.
Okay.
Nothing about salt in any of these books, though.
No salt? I thought salt worked. It was on the TV shows. Out of game, I think Geist's presence themselves can help a ghost manifest.
Not a Geist, Sin-Eater.
Oh, Sin-Eater, yeah, that's what. Sorry.
Yes.
The book is called Geist.
The Splat is actually the Sin-Eaters, though.
I know, it's weird.
The whole salt thing, it's not necessarily I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this. They do have weaknesses. It's not necessarily... Okay, let me rephrase. The ghosts themselves may not have any particular aversion to salt. The issue is salt is classified as what is written as a bane. However, as ghosts get more powerful, they begin to be able to ignore it. Usually, only the lowest ranked ones are affected by salt.
Okay, so as they get stronger, they're not weakened by that anymore. Are they still weakened by something in my research?
Yes, holy water, stuff of that nature. Fire also works against the weaker ones. Silver works on stronger ones. As they get stronger and stronger, though, you get into a lot weirder stuff where the book literally just says you have to figure that out on your own.
Depends on the ghost.
It depends.
It depends.
However, during this time, both Rose and Ishmael are honestly exceedingly bored.
Malcolm is not bored.
This is like all old information to them, and they have no understanding of why you find this so fascinating.
Can I feel Rose's confusion?
To an extent, yes, but also there is some confusion, but the vast majority of this is boredom. They're bored.
Bored confusion. Annoyed.
Yeah.
Bored confusion.
Yes, when you're confused and bored, you become annoyed pretty quickly there, shortly after.
It's all very fascinating stuff. I didn't know these different interactions. That could be very useful. Sure. Rose, do you have one of these veins, it says here? Would I know that instinctively, or?
Guys have veins, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. We choose them when we make the character.
She nods.
I don't know if I want to know. Would it be better to keep that a secret so that it can't be used? Or is it better if I know so that I can avoid it?
She kind of looks around, and then she kind of points at herself. She kind of does the hand thing to show her size, and then she makes stabbing motions. And then...
So it's... See, I know what it is, but I'm going to have Malcolm make some kind of a roll. What would that be?
Intelligence plus empathy. Because it's almost an interpretive dance.
Yeah, it kind of would be. All right. So, emp. One success.
You can assume blood of somebody like her, somebody short. So you get maybe a kid's blood.
The blood of a child. Child blood.
She kind of nods.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm not planning on fighting any children, so I don't think that'll be a problem. Okay.
Tiago, while this interpretive mind dance is going on, what are you doing?
Probably go and speak to Faye, and I can't remember his name.
Kevin.
Kevin, I'll say. But yeah, just yeah, we don't know what's going on, but just trying what we can, you know.
No, I completely understand. It's just a lot to take in, of course.
Well, yeah, So, here we are trying to save the world or something. I don't know.
Well, I doubt things are so grandiose, honestly. I mean, you're just trying to do some good in the world, right? Put some good out in there. She gives you a very knowing look.
If anyone that had ever met me would be asked the question, who do you know that wouldn't put as one little bit of good into the world? I think a good 90% of them would probably say me.
Now, you're a little too hard on yourself. I mean, your little friend chose you for a reason, didn't he?
I don't know. I can't work him out.
And by him choosing you, brought you to us, all things have a reason.
You believe in that, or do you think it's just like wrong time, wrong place, right guy, maybe?
She kind of sighs, and I've lived a fairly long time. I know, it's a shocker. I don't look a day over 30. But
I had you pegged for 25.
Thank you, sweetheart. But I do. However, I'm not of the mind that you're wrong either. I believe there's room in this world for both. Some things are set. Other things, time and unforeseen events.
What do you know? Here I am on a second time around.
I feel like you getting chose for that second time around was probably ordained in some way. Probably was ordained and she gestures towards where she thinks Ishmael is. She's off by about 3 feet.
So you ever met anyone like us before?
Yes. As stated, you are not the first bound. Unless you meant something else.
No, like us bound. Like, they hear all these terms, people like you using them, and not half of them I don't even know what they mean myself.
Well, the bound I think is pretty easy to understand. You two are intrinsically bound. And you are bound between life and death. If you want to get a little poetic with the words. But yes, you're not the first. You may be the last for me. I am getting up there. But
What
even
were the
then...
others like?
Oh, the others. Good people. Most of them. Some of them moved on. Moving on is something we have a habit of helping people do. One, we don't talk about him much. It's kind of a sore subject. In the very oldest bound legends, your relationship with your Geist can change. It can get better, it can get worse. And for some, it can become tyrannical. One went that route.
You know what happened? Is he still out there somewhere?
Most certainly. I mean, when that whole situation came to a head, we got there too late. I was, probably in my early 20s when it happened. We got there too late. He had killed the rest of the bound that he was working with. And we lost five people to him before we were able to drive him off. I don't know if he's here in Brazil. I don't know if he's in the underworld. I don't know if he's even still around. Maybe he found a way to pass on as well.
Know the name? See if we can at least close the book on that chapter, maybe.
She kind of sighs, and you can tell her eyes kind of bulge a little bit. Not off the top of my head. I'm sorry. As stated, this was, 60 years ago? I can look at some records and see if I can't pull it up, but I don't... Not off the top of my head. Certain tragedies like that, you try not to bring them to memory.
Yeah. I get that. I'm gonna go and check in with the doctor, see how he's getting on.
As you walk in and see the doctor, he looks like an absolute nerd. He's got piles of books in front of him, and he's like yammering on excitedly to Rose, who looks exceedingly bored. Ishmael has somewhat entered the room, and immediately, despite the safer ahead, you see the slumped shoulders of like, and he's still going.
You know, I remember seeing this in like cartoons and things like this. I never thought that anyone actually did this.
Well, I mean, this book here references that section over there, which makes a comment about this paragraph here, and it all links. And did you know salt doesn't always work? It works on some, like weak ones, but not always. But if it gets stronger, they could build a resistance and blah, 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 blah.
Rose immediately looks over at Tiago, and even though she's not your guys, you can immediately see the please stop him, please help look on her face.
Have I got anything in terms of any kind of lead or...
Well, kind of. This means that there is some truth. There is interaction between the physical and the spiritual, we'll call it. Ephemeral. I don't know.
Ephemeral would be closer.
Ephemeral, yeah.
That would be the term that's most used.
Yeah. So there are some links between physical and ephemeral. So there are physical objects that can interact with ghosts and such, and there are ghosts that, with some work, can interact with physical. So I think there's possibility you might be able to get medicine or medicine-ish things to work. It's a loose theory.
And with that, we're going to move over to Júlia one final time.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Just standing there with a hammer, watching this scuffle go down. Can I even get a rough idea of, like, do I need to intervene? Like, who's
Honestly,
winning?
honestly, as you look, while you're seeing blows, it is starting to slow down, and even the blows are starting to lose impact as they kind of separate again, again out of the numerous times that they have. They're injured, but it seems like more their pride is injured because they haven't really been able to do much to each other.
Okay. Maybe we lost our temper here a little bit. I'll take the blame. Shall we call it a draw?
The entity, I'm just going to call him the entity since you don't know the name, seems to be kind of panting and just kind of goes, this pale imitation isn't even the real person. Just a mirage, for lack of a better word.
Aren't you both ghosts? Like,
Yes.
at risk of starting another fight, aren't you not the same person, but rather a new person?
If I am a shadow of my former self, he is the shadow of a wax sculpture of a person. Drifting Smith does not like these words and is visibly getting angry again.
Look, this isn't gonna go anywhere. You're not gonna tell me what I want to know, what I want to learn. You're not going to fulfill your revenge fantasy then by killing what you're convinced isn't even your murderer.
I mean, think back. That young girl here. Think back to the rules of this place. If I would have kept any information from you, and he puts his hand to his ears, you hear that? No flapping of wings.
However, unfortunately, the rules of this place do not really make it a point to exclude just factually wrong information either.
It's not factually wrong. Your premise is wrong to begin with. You seek something, you think that this is something mundane when it very clearly isn't. You seem to harbor no idea of what the world really is at large. I'm sorry. Ghosts exist. Mages exist. Vampires exist. Mummies exist. Werewolves exist.
And so do fools. Alright. Friend, I'm gonna kind of look towards the Geist here and is there anything else you want from here? Because I think this path has ended.
He looks very wistfully at the forge.
Finish what you were working on. Like, we can. We. I don't really have the funds, but we could build one elsewhere. I was never good with metal. A carpenter at heart, but
He kind of nods as if that would be satisfactory.
Alright. Well, as for you, my diseased fool of a friend, I will leave you to rot down here and await your master to come finally do whatever it is sentient flu wants to do.
You're gonna regret those words someday in the very near future.
If you've been down here for as long as I think you have been, I really, really don't think it's gonna be that quick.
Oh, things have changed up there, though.
No, I've had enough. We're leaving.
He gestures for you to leave as he returns to his forge.
She's going to leave. Make sure that Drifting Smith is not going to smack him in the head as soon as he turns around. But
No, Drifting Smith follows you out. You have just finished listening to this week's episode of Geist the Sin-Eaters, 2nd edition, Marvelous City of the Dead, part of the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology, written and told by Wyverian. A special thanks to you, the listener. If you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. As always, comments are welcome. Until the next chapter, don't stop asking yourself, when change comes, and it will it be full of hope or tragedy?